The girl was horrified to find a woman lying beneath a tree. Her body was covered with strange mushrooms. Their roots burrowed deep into her skin, as if sucking the nutrients from her body. The girl hurriedly knelt down to check her injuries. She lifted the woman's eyelids and saw her eyes still moving. Pulling aside the collar, she found another mushroom feeding on the woman. She carefully pulled it off and tossed it aside. After dragging the woman home, she took a bio-bandage from a petri dish. These modified fungi could help wounds heal rapidly. After finishing, she wiped her hands clean. She picked up the woman's clothes and sniffed them lightly. She confirmed that the woman's identity was of high status. When the woman awoke, her first words were to ask about her father's whereabouts. Realizing the girl didn't know, she tried to get up to search for him, but her injuries were too severe. She had to rest for now. She asked the girl to help her find her father. The girl's father, hearing this through a drone, quickly tried to stop her. He could summon castle guards to search instead. It wasn't right to let a little girl risk her life, but the girl was determined to help. Her father had been paralyzed in battle. The insurance company only compensated him with a drone he could operate remotely. Now, he was powerless to stop his daughter's decision. Agitated, he lost control. The drone suddenly shut down. His real body suffered a seizure. As his life was about to fade away, the woman stepped forward and closed her eyes. Her pale lips flushed red as she leaned down to kiss him. The father's condition stabilized, and he slipped into sleep, but the woman exhausted all her strength. Faced with his daughter's determination and the woman's life-saving act, the father no longer tried to stop her. Together, they set out to search. At the foot of the mountain, they found a crashed glider. Inside the cockpit, a man was barely alive. The village chief arrived with his patrol. After prying open the hatch, he saw the man muttering a certain name repeatedly. His expression turned cold. He suspected the man's identity. He pinched the man's nose, suffocating him on the spot. Then he held down the girl, Lyra. She was too young to fight back. She could only watch helplessly as the man died. The chief noticed the scent of perfume from the co-pilot's seat. He deduced that another woman had been aboard. He chose not to pursue it. He simply ordered his men to take the body away for compost. Lyra collapsed to the ground. She had hoped to save the woman's father to earn her trust, to use that chance to work in the castle and cure her father with the pay. But now, everything was ruined. When she returned, she hid the truth from the woman. She said she had searched all day but found nothing. Fortunately, the woman's injuries improved. Lyra's self-made bandage proved highly effective. She praised Lyra's intelligence and skill. That night, Lyra led her to a shabby laboratory. Though dilapidated, it held unprecedented discoveries. After Earth's pollution, nearly all plants had gone extinct. Only a few mutated fungi survived. The rich had genetically modified crop seeds to resist pollution, but made them sprout only once, thus forcing the poor to keep buying them. To break that monopoly, Lyra had long studied how to make plants regrow. Now she had made a major breakthrough. The next morning, Lyra and her father prepared to contact the castle for help, but the village chief found out. He destroyed the drone and threatened her with seed-buying rights to force an illegal trade. Lyra pretended to agree, but when he looked away, she grabbed the drone and ran. Her father had lost control. He could no longer pilot it properly. Soon, the chief and his men caught up. He branded a tracking mark on her hand, so he could monitor and control her anytime. Lyra returned home to repair the drone. Faced with the woman's comfort, she broke down in tears. She hugged the woman like embracing her lost mother. The woman promised that once they found her father, she would take Lyra away from this place. Finally, Lyra confessed. Her father was already dead. The two went to the lakeside. Seeing the floating corpse, the woman burst into tears. Lyra quickly pulled her ashore, but accidentally saw a bio-interface on her back. She realized the woman wasn't human at all. She was a slave created by humans. Her scientist father had unlocked her consciousness, granting her freedom. But after the secret was exposed, the doctor fled the castle with her. Lyra was devastated. A fugitive could never take her into the city. Her hopes were shattered again, yet she refused to give up. She continued repairing the drone and discovered a locked core gene within Anna's blood. After a night of research, she isolated the genetic sequence. She placed seeds into the solution to absorb them. The genetic lock was broken. The seeds could now sprout again. This was the true reason the doctor had escaped. At dawn, Lyra prepared to flee with her father and Anna, but the intruding chief interrupted them. He tried to take Anna for himself and rip out the father's neural link. Anna seized the moment to fight back. Lyra rushed forward and struck his head with a chair. They finally subdued the chief, but Lyra, moved by pity, let him go. She even told him the secret of the seeds, hoping he would change for the sake of humanity's future. But once outside, the chief reported everything to the castle. Soon the sky was filled with fungal smoke. Thousands of spores crept through the cracks, rapidly consuming the entire house. Lyra and Anna jumped onto the table. Holding their breath, they escaped. Her father controlled the drone to lure the soldiers and detonated the bio battery, trading his life for their chance to flee. Lyra and Anna fled into the forest. Faced with encirclement from the pursuers, Anna knocked Lyra unconscious and hid her carefully. She decided to stay behind and draw the enemy's fire, allowing herself to be captured. When Lyra awoke, it was already too late. She took out the seeds and planted a few, then continued forward with these seeds of hope. She climbed a tall tower, gazing at the castle she had longed for, then turned and scattered the seeds into the wind. The wind carried them far away. Soon, these plants of hope would once again on this fungus-ridden wasteland take root and grow. The film ends here.